Hey, it's Dr. Lacy again. So I posted a video talking about my philosophy of an approach towards aesthetic medical treatments, which sort of focus on the regenerative aspect of it. And the product that we're introducing I'm just like so excited about is called DERMA. And it's made by a company called Aesthetic Management Partners, and their focus is very much on the regenerative side of aesthetic medicine. And DERMA basically takes platelet-rich plasma, which I'm sure you've heard of, and with manipulation transforms it into a stable filler. I'll go into the details of that in a minute, but the idea is we're going to bring you in, we're going to draw your blood, we're going to spin that blood in a centrifuge and get the plasma, which is this really pretty, yellow gold liquid, and then we take it and heat a portion of it and cool it under very controlled conditions, and then reconstitute it with the remainder of the liquid, and that creates a stable gel filler. It isn't quite as thick as the traditional hyaluronic acid filler, but it does create a natural filler that can be used, of course, to fill, because that's really the first goal. So in areas like in the under eye, or the nasolabial folds, or sometimes in the cheeks, the neck, the hands even, and chest, breast, cleavage area, you can introduce volume in the temples as well. So what's the benefit of that? Well, a lot of us are sort of living in this world, not so much now as we were, with Zoom videos and seeing ourselves on camera, and people come in and say, I really look tired. Like my under eyes look tired, I have hollows, or my face is really kind of drooping a little bit. And so a lot of times, some sort of a substance that will fill that area and give you volume replacement is really good to give you a very, very rapid improvement in your appearance. But the great thing about DERMA is that's step one, right? And the way it's introduced is with injection or with cannula, which is generally not a particularly painful procedure to introduce it under the skin. So that's the first step, which is great. But the second piece is that it's going to regenerate that tissue over time. And so what does that mean? Well, it's going to help your body make collagen. Platelet-rich plasma has platelets, which help with healing, growth factors, and collagen production. And so it's going to help your skin regenerate and look better over time. And it's going to also sort of create a scaffold or a base or structure on which these substances, particularly collagen, can rebuild and create this stable structural support. And so with, treatments that we schedule, you will have an actual improvement in the quality of your skin. And that's why I think it's really cool, because not only are you getting the filling effect, which is immediate, but you also get this regenerative effect, which is more long lasting. And the combination of those two can really help improve the skin's appearance over time. Another thing that's really great about DERMA is that you get more volume, meaning that most syringes of hyaluronic acid filler are about 1 milliliter of substance, right? And so with DERMA, depends on their different tube sizes, but you get usually 4 to 8 millimeters. So, at the minimum, about 3 to 4 times as much. And so you can treat more areas, and it's a little bit potentially more cost effective than buying 4 syringes of filler. And so that's really cool. And then the third thing is that you don't end up with a really filled look. One of the things that I find sometimes concerning is particularly along the mid-face and the cheek area. If people get filler over and over and over again, they get kind of a waxy appearance, because while that filler dissolves, the traditional filler, it never completely goes away. And so you're sort of building it up and building it up. And that's okay. I mean, it's not particularly dangerous to do that, but it can kind of give you an unnatural appearance over time. So with DERMA, you're using, again, your own platelets, your own plasma, the risk of any sort of allergic reaction or adverse reaction is significantly lower because it's your own natural products that, you know, we took from you and then put back in. But also you get a more natural appearance. And so that's really great. You know, I think it's really appropriate for both men and women because, not that, you know, not to make a stereotype, but generally women are more likely to do these types of treatments, and sometimes men are concerned that they might have an appearance that looks artificial or unnatural or sort of overly cosmetic. And so with derma, basically you're going to look at the places that you maybe need some improvement and some filling, but also some regeneration. And so we're really excited to introduce that. We're having a great event on November 11th at Crosstown Concourse, where we're going to offer a certain number of packages that you can prepay that include a derma treatment and also another treatment included in the package. So for the cost of the derma, you'll get 2 different options. And that's really, really cool because the other options are going to be our Ultra Glow Facial, and I will do a separate video to talk about that. But that basically uses platelet-rich plasma, Jeuveau, hyaluronic acid, and exosomes to do this amazing glow facial over your whole face to kind of give you almost like a filter for your face. Or you can add to this package a forehead Botox treatment or a half syringe of lip filler. So I'll detail that more in a different video, but we're really, really thrilled and excited to introduce derma because I think it's something that has is kind of revolutionary and is really going to help people have a natural improvement using their own cells, which is really cool.